Okay, so there's this great site that is fun to play with the concepts that we've just learned with async await, the fetch API, handling errors, right? So let's play around with it. And here's the URL. I also have it in the instruction, but just set up your week 14 public. No need to copy private. Set up your normal files, then commit that. And now write async await code to fetch an endpoint from this website. And there's a couple you can choose from. I'll show you mine. You could use the one I'm using as far as which endpoint. And then write code that renders the data to the page. And I'll show you part of my output, how I created it, just because this is something we've done, but it's using something that we haven't really used as far as a type of attribute we've created. And then handle should be handle your data. Make sure you handle, that's right, data and server errors with try-catch. Okay, you can also write that logic like we just saw in the video for if something happens, and test all those scenarios. Okay, so here's the website, and it's very easy. There's not much here, which is great. And if you scroll down, it gives you actually a try, so you can check this out and see what runs, right? So you get one back. And the one I'm going to just play with is the one with the photos, because I think it's the most fun. And like I said, you could play with some of these other ones. What would differ on this was what you're going to get back. So in this case, right, here's the URL, because notice I took this, what we saw here, if I scroll up, right, this first part, and then you just go and you complete the endpoint with whatever you're looking for. So in my case, I was looking for photos, and here's what I got back. So I can see that it's an array of objects. This should feel somewhat familiar. And notice that each one has several things in it. And one of the things I needed to grab was the thumbnail URL. So now that you have that, what you'll do is write code that just places this onto the page. Okay, now how to create each of these would basically be if I go in and inspect, you can see I created an image tag, and then I referenced that, what we call the thumbnail URL. Okay, so let me just show you in code, right? So in this case, because it's bringing back an array, okay, I'm going to iterate over that. I'm going to create an image. I'm going to do the image element set attribute, the source, and then I'll set it there, and then I'll update the page. Okay, so the key that if you're going to use this one, is to then write or whatever code you want, however you want to implement it, making sure you do all the things I required here, right? Render to the page. And again, I would challenge you to play with some of the other ones, and maybe play with a combination. That'd be really fun as well. Like maybe get a couple of these placeholders and then maybe a user. I don't know. Again, first get the basic function working, and then as you want to learn more, extend that knowledge. But at the base, that's what it needs to do. Okay. Unlike last week where I said absolutely you needed to add some functionality, this week, I challenge you if you want to do that. But as long as you've handled the errors, the server errors, you got it to render the page, you're good to go. Okay, hope you have fun with this, and I'll talk to you soon.